Hey everybody, it's Mark Saunders with Saunders Realty, and today I'm at the corner of 4th and Marshall right here downtown Winston-Salem to show you some of the cool things that's happening downtown Winston-Salem. With more than a decade of selling real estate in and around the Winston-Salem area, one thing that I've learned is we are blessed to be able to call this place home. This show is dedicated to showing off some of the incredible places and great people in this area. This is The Saunders Show. So I'm at the lobby of one of the new developments downtown Winston called the Twin City Lofts. I'm meeting a good friend of mine, Jeff Macintosh, to let you know about what's going on with this project and all the other things that's happening in downtown Winston-Salem. Hey everybody, so today I am downtown Winston-Salem with my good friend Jeff Macintosh. He is a realtor, awesome guy. And he's also the city councilman for the Northwest Ward. Correct. Here in Winston-Salem. So a big portion of his district is over downtown Winston-Salem.
Right.
So first off, thanks for taking the time.
My pleasure.
Meeting with us. Tell us what's going on. This is one of the projects that you're actually listing right here in downtown Winston, right?
Yeah, this is the first condominium project since the downturn in downtown Winston-Salem. So we've added well over 1,000 units of apartments, rentals. And this is the first project that has stuff that you can actually buy and live in. People want to live downtown. Some people want to rent, but there are definitely people that want to own.
So tell everybody kind of your history, how you got involved
Sure.
in Winston-Salem, and then how did you get into politics?
Sure. I graduated from Wake Forest in 1980 with a degree in economics. My dad was a woodshop teacher, so I grew up swinging a hammer with him. Real estate seemed like a pretty natural fit with my skill set. So at the age of 27, I got my license. And then in 1989, went to work with a group of guys at Wake Forest that were my buddies, and they had started up a mainframe computer company. And did that for 16 years and sold my shares back in 2005, and then got back into real estate business just in time for the 2008 crash.
Good timing.
Yeah, perfect timing. But during that time period, I had been very active in actually the neighborhood right over here, Holly Avenue, and my wife and I moved in there in 1983 when downtown was a pretty scary place. So we were real active on the community side and got engaged with the police and with council, and so I learned zoning and I learned an awful lot of the things that kind of go into day-to-day government. So when I got back into the real estate business, it was important for me to kind of give back to the community, be involved as more than just a broker.
So tell me, the construction's going on in this building. I saw a couple cranes downtown, a couple streets over. What's going on with downtown Winston?
It's just to me, it's so exciting to see cranes and to see, you know, it's a pain for people to have to deal with traffic closures, you know, lane closures and things, but that's kind of a necessary part of having people doing business and creating more value downtown. The hotel business is obviously booming downtown. The Marriott and Twin City Quarter, they're spending $20 million to upgrade their facilities. We've got a hotel coming up over here. The Pepper Building is going to be an Indigo Hotel. So there's a lot of interest in that, but there's also a tremendous amount of capacity that's been built for apartments. There's a metric that apartment developers use. They look at the size of your metro area, and they think that a healthy downtown, which ours is, should be able to support 5% of your metro area. So the county's 350,000 people, so 5% of that, we should be able to support 15,000, 16,000 people down here. There are only about 6,000 living down here now.
Oh, wow.
So there's capacity. And everybody who's done apartment projects down here so far is full. So the desire, the demand for downtown living space is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So standing here at the top of the Twin City Lofts project on the corner of 4th and Marshall, it's just, you look around and you just see the activity going on in downtown Winston you didn't see even 5 years ago.
You see 52, very busy. The bypass has started though. So what's that, 2021 to get to 52 from Business 40?
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Okay.
That's another thing that's going to be happening in that time period that's just going to be incredible. If people haven't taken the new exit off of 52 into downtown yet, it's just a really neat drive, and that's going to be a real important outlet for ways to get into and out of downtown during the closure.
Yep.
There are alternatives that people will find. It's just that first week or so it's going to be.
And Peters Creek's going to be the main hub.
Peters Creek, yep, 7-lane bridge coming across from a 4-lane bridge now to a 7-lane bridge.
Yeah.
But that'll be done before the highway shuts down.
If you haven't seen it, the city put out a really great video. It's a virtual rendition, a virtual fly-through of what Business 40 is going to look like. You can click and actually see the artist rendition of how everything's going to look. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool. When's this project going to be completely done, where we're at today?
Okay, so Twin City Lofts is now, it's 18 units. We have 6 still available. So there are 12 units that have been finished and are occupied.
Okay.
The remaining units we're leaving in a semi-finished state so that people can customize them with their own flooring and that kind of stuff. One of the nice things is we have parking on site for everybody, but there's also overflow parking right here a half a block away. Those spaces are available month by month, and they're
Gotcha.
very affordable. So they're available now. Come and get one while they are still available.
Now, you mentioned it a little bit. I wasn't going to mention it. You mentioned the traffic. We do have a little bit of growing pains sometimes when growing, like you said. Downtown Business 40, getting ready to shut down for about 20 months. How's everything set to handle that? The first month you think it'll be tricky, but after that you think the flow will work out pretty well?
I'm not going to whitewash it. It's going to be painful for 20 months. You'll have to find new routes. Your daily commute is going to take more time.
20-minute commute. There's people in LA that would love that because they live 10 miles away and it's an hour and a half commute.
Right, it's all perspective.
Exactly.
We are so spoiled with traffic.
We really are.
But it's a change and people are going to feel it and it's not going to be comfortable. But as I tell people, ours is going to last for 20 months. And at the end of that 20 months, things will be demonstrably better. Charlotte is going to be terrible for 20 months and 20 months and 20 months and 20 months.
It's outdated as soon as it's done.
Raleigh and Durham are going to be, so along with growth comes some of those pains, but we're kind of at this nice little equilibrium where we are not growing at such a rapid rate that we're having to deal with that sort of level of problems.
So you mentioned all the growth downtown. Do we have some new restaurants in the works coming in?
10 years ago, you didn't come downtown to go to a restaurant. Now that it is the place. Not that there aren't other places that are good, but there's such variety downtown. That's one thing that the city government deserves a lot of credit for, and it took place years ago before I was on council. They stuck their necks out and said, we need to have restaurants downtown to create that sort of vibe, that vitality. Just to be down there on a weeknight, walking the streets of downtown Winston, I mean, it used to be an absolute ghost town. Now, pick any night of the week, and there are people out having a good time.
Trade Street, you're going to have music most of the time during the summers and everything. So it's just a great place to be. And it's great to see the vision from our council members and in the direction that we're kind of going.
Absolutely. We're across the street from the Stevens Center, world-class performance center, and their plans are to bring even more events, to have it more activated, to have more things going on there, which brings people downtown.
So the GMAC building, a lot of stuff going on there. So what's that project, what's going on there, and what's the time frames?
So the GMAC building has been empty for about 7 years. They moved to a smaller space up in Madison Park, the north side of town. And it's a very difficult building to reconfigure for multi-tenant use, so it's been tough to work with. And there was talk about tearing it down, which you lose a skyscraper, that's a bummer. I mean, it's not good for your community to lose a big tall building. So Don Flo came up with a very inventive solution. He's moving his back office operations from around the state into this building, so he'll take up some of that for his operations with the automotive company. But then a certain amount of space, I think 35,000 square feet, is going to be made available to startup operations. And startups are, let's face it, I mean, that's where new business is coming from.
Absolutely.
And if you're going to grow grassroots kind of businesses, that operation and Flywheel and Creative Economy are all operations that we want to see flourish in town.
Our second episode of our show, we featured the 4th Street Library. It's awesome. That whole 4th Street, it's got a lot of stuff going on.
It's all just coming together. There are all these gaps kind of in downtown where buildings were torn down and surface parking was laid out. If you roll through a downtown that has a lot of surface parking, that's a bad sign. Because that means that the most valuable use of that land is parking. As towns get more vibrant, as business comes back down, those properties get built on, and you get people in them, and you get vibrancy, and we're seeing that here in Winston. It makes for a more difficult parking situation. But as Yogi Berra said, nobody goes there anymore because it's too crowded. We're getting that way with downtown. It's not as easy to find a parking space, but people still make the effort to do it. And we're spoiled, like with traffic. We have essentially free parking, 25 cents an hour. As more people want to use a space, you have to allocate it. And the market is the way to allocate it.
It's kind of a good thing.
Kind of a good thing. So we'll see some friction there, but it will not kill the momentum of downtown. They'll close off this section of 4th Street from Marshall to Cherry to do second Sundays on 4th. But they've also done things like pole vaulting downtown. Really? And I'm telling you, it was the most incredible thing to see some guy run down this street and leap over a 17-foot high bar. Wow. Right in the middle of downtown. It was just incredible. If you can't find something to do in downtown Winston-Salem on a given weekend, you're not looking. I mean, there's so much going on.
Yeah. All right, so we've been walking up 4th Street here, smelling pizza from the Mellow Mushroom. I'm hungry. You want to get some pizza?
I would love some.
Tyler, let's go in and get some pizza. You want to? Thanks for taking the time. We're going to have lunch. Hey everybody, I'm Mark Saunders with Saunders Realty, and I'm here with the inventor of the Macintosh computer, Jeff Macintosh.
No.
That wasn't you?
That wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Steve Jobs.
Oh, okay, Steve Jobs. Got it. My name is Mark Saunders with Saunders Realty, and I'm here with the guy that the Macintosh computer was named after, Jeff Macintosh.
No, Mark. It was after me.
What? Okay, all right. Hey everybody, I'm Mark Saunders with Saunders Realty, and I'm here with the inventor of the Macintosh apple, the actual fruit on the tree, Jeff Macintosh.
Mark, no. It was God.
God. Anything to work with here?
I own a Macintosh computer.
Own a Macintosh computer. Great.
But I had to pay for it.
I can't even hold a straight face on that one for free. That's pretty good though.